Namaste, everyone. Today, we are going to talk about the reality check. Now, the paper that usually scares aspirant with technical background is the essay. For a long time, I myself was stuck. In my initial attempts in 2022, I scored merely 77. It was frustrating, heartbreaking, and also this was the core reason which did not lead me to recommend in the final list. This was one of the reason. I will show you my mark sheet. Fast forward to 2024 mains. A year this year, many people said that essay paper was significantly on a slightly complex side, but I managed to score 107. So how did I improve my score from 76 to 107? I'll show you my mark sheet here. As you can see, this is about my 2022 attempt, and here I scored just 76 marks. But in the very next year, in the very the subsequent attempt 2024, I scored 107. So this is a jump of almost 31 marks. So in this video lecture, we will be discussing the strategies that help me to improve 30 marks in my essay. So I'll be basically discussing with you the 6 steps for essay to improve my marks. First being deconstructing. Now, it means that deconstructing the core theme. It was the very first mistake I used to do was to jump into writing the essay. You have to understand the core theme of the essay. If the topic is philosophical, don't just look at words. Look at the emotions or the conflict behind them. You usually need to spend 15 minutes of exam just to living with the topic before picking it up. Okay, you can write a good essay. You cannot write a good essay if you haven't decoded the demand of the question properly. And this was the mistake I have done immensely in my 2022 attempt. So one simple method what I used to do is, if there's some theme given to me, if I say the hand that rocks the cradle rules the world. Now this can have multiple meanings. It can have that regarding women empowerment, or there can be other deconstruction of this as well. If you don't know anything now, just go to the basics. You just take the whole essay, just put it into chat gpt or any or google or wherever you want. And if you're comfortable in hindi enough, or what I used to do personally, I'm telling you, you just put this in the google or chat gpt and give the command that simplify or decode its meaning in Hindi, be it in Hindi or be it in your mother language. You'll realize that the true meaning of this. And once you know that, once you know the core theme of this, you will eventually start getting ideas, be it political, social, economical, ethical, any international perspective, any science and tech perspective, the social perspective, or the economic, be it anything. You'll start getting ideas. Okay, so this is how the base which I built, because as I told you, I used to directly jump at the topic without knowing its core, and that led me to a very poor marks. That finally, it was heartbreaking that I was not selected in the very first interview I gave. And this was one of the reason, because without knowing the core theme, I would simply jump. I used to think that merely writing the social, political, and other aspects, I used to write it more like a GS answer. So that led to the dissolution of core meaning of the essay. Anyways, so this was the first thing I've done. Second thing was that practice. Okay, you'll hear people saying that just write 2 essays before mains and you're done, you're good to go. But personally, it did not work for me. I moved to a schedule of writing at least one essay every week, and this has been my schedule. Post the traumatic essay marks of 2022, I've done this very rigorously. If not per week, then at least write one essay per 2 weeks. So this will, in a month, you'll be writing at least two essays. But if you're writing even one essay, write it thoroughly. Do proper research. Read the topper's copy. Then write yourself. Bring as much ideas you can. You know, join multiple channels. Then you have various websites, be it some news channels, or be it any coaching, or be it NCRT. Just find themes related to the topic or the essay which you're going to write. Okay, so I moved this schedule of writing at least one essay every week. So one essay were, but I didn't stop there. I joined a test series also. I didn't care about the institute, be it vision or be it anything. It doesn't matter. I just wanted my copies to be torn apart by evaluators. I wanted it to be evaluated rigorously. So that writing built me the writing muscle. And it helped me subconsciously train my mind to write a decent essay. And by the time you're in the exam hall, the pressure doesn't freeze you. Now, next what I did was the drafting method. Now this is, I don't know how many of you will relate to this, but for me this has worked like a game changer. It was a basic game changer to me. So what I did was, it was the most important part of my strategy. Initially, I felt that the Initially, I felt I lacked the flowery language, or, the deep perspective which is needed. So I started researching. I thoroughly researched. You know, so how did I research watch? If I had this essay which we took, the hand that you know rocks the cradle, rules the world. I would take that essay, I will put it in the search engine. So I would find two three essays, the model essays. Firstly, I will write it, whatever good points I need, or I get out of it, I will extract it, and I will make points of it. Next, I will go through some research, data, statistics. I will again make a note of it and make bullet point of it. I'll take some similarly, I'll study do some research on the case study. Again, I'll make bullet points out of it. So this is how, by researching thoroughly, I wrote a practice essay. Okay. I would spend literally, initially I would spend 2 hours. When I wrote the first essay of my life, I spent 2 hours on Google, just googling, reading news links, and digging through my notes as well, so that I would create a master draft. I know this may sound tedious, this may sound it's taking too much of time, but trust me, it worked for me. For a person like me, who is someone from the technical background and who's not so good in the philosophical part, this has really helped me. Now, some might say that isn't that just copy pasting? That this approach, you might call it copy pasting, that you're reading everything and by ransacking everything, you're making one of your own. But don't forget, there are Indian Constitution is also ransacking of the best constitutions of the world, and still we are the best. So we are not copying it. We are taking best out of everything and making one of it best. So similar way I found. So it helped me to train my brain to see topics through political, social, and ethical lenses. Subconsciously, it was fed in my mind. Eventually, a time will come when you no more needs the Google help. Okay, and you don't need to Google or research anything. The flow the flow the transition will become a habit, because you are practicing the structure of a perfect essay so many times. Okay. Now, next, what I did was mentorship. Now, Many of the students have this question that should I join, classes of essay, or should I join mentorship? So trust me that more than classes, mentorship is highly important. For me personally, uh, Suraj Sir has been my, you know, light and hope. He was my personal mentor. He has been evaluator in one of the most reputed institutes of Delhi. He has literally checked copies of hundreds and thousands of essays. He was a, I won't take the coaching name, but he was he was in high demand during the mains time. Okay. So even with all the research I did, I needed a mirror to show my flaws. I was lucky to be mentored by Suraj sir, who was an evaluator, as I told you previously. His perspective was different. He didn't just look at the facts of my essay, but he looked at a command, you know, over language, the transitions. He helped me to move from the rigid and technical style of writing to a smooth narrative. I'm actually going to pull you some of my copies on the screen so that you can see how his feedback and how my style has evolved under his pressure. Just a minute. As you can see, this. So this is the copy. This is checked by him. As you can see, how efficiently he has. So this has been the topic of the, you know, this has been the essay topic. Now, see the way he has, evaluated and given the understanding or the comments which we can see. See, understanding of the topics. Okay. Then the introduction which he, you know, elaborately gave, then the shortcomings which I was failing, the value addition which was needed, which was done by me, the core areas, the conclusion which I wrote, whether it was up to the mark or not, what was missing, what was not. So the essay topic, everything, as you can see, it was so structured and it was so elaborate that it helped me to evolve my essay in a better way. Okay, as you can see, just have a look at this. The He has so properly addressed the demand of the question and evaluation. This is the highest form of, quality of evaluation and mentorship you can get from a person. He himself has given interviews of CSE, so he knows it very closely. Now, concluding, I would just say that, so conclusion and motivation. If you're coming from a technical background and scoring less in essay, don't lose heart. Keep writing it. Essay is a skill. Writing essay is a skill. It's not a gift. So, research, draft, write, and professional feedback. These things can help you score high in essay, that can significantly increase your rank in the final list. So, until we meet again, good luck. Thank you. Keep grinding, keep drilling, and God bless you. All the best.